Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Paula Torres. I am the Executive Director for Bridgehaven Children's Advocacy Center, and we are here today to do our second annual meeting. We want it to be a time for us to get together, talk about our organization, our mission, what it is that we do in the community, especially in helping child abuse victims, and kind of highlighting our year, fiscal year 2020. So thank you so much for joining us. We will be awarding people today, some wonderful people, board members, team members, staff members. So I hope you stick around through the whole event. I will pass it over to Megan Croker.
Hello, everyone. I am Megan Croker. I'm the Outreach Manager for Bridgehaven Children's Advocacy Center. And today we want to thank you for joining us to hear our statistics for the 2019-2020 fiscal year. Each department at Bridgehaven has put together a slideshow so that way you will be able to see the statistics broken down by each department. We will begin with our multidisciplinary team, and from there you will hear from the other services offered at Bridgehaven and about each one. So we'll go ahead and start that now. Thank you again for joining us.
I am Jean Marie Ewing, and I am the Multidisciplinary Team Enhancement Program Manager. The Multidisciplinary Team Enhancement Program has been a game changer for Bridgehaven. We are another set of eyes to review the data to see the children who need to come to the center to be interviewed by our specially trained forensic interviewers. What we've seen with this program is increased communication with our team members. This has led to more informed decisions on cases and improving the outcomes on those cases. It keeps us connected and engaged. We've also been able to coordinate forensic interviews more quickly by having a central contact person here at the center. This fiscal year, we reviewed 1,109 cases from statewide intake, and that's just for Liberty County alone. Of those cases, we followed up with 617 cases from CPS and law enforcement. 179 of those cases were received forensic interviews for the children on those cases, and 930 of those cases were closed. Either it was determined that CPS or law enforcement did not need any services, or after further investigation, it was found that it did not meet our protocols for service. Here you can see the different categories that the statewide intakes fall into. You can see the most that we review are the neglectful supervision, and they come in either priority 1 or priority 2. The other section, those include cases such as medical neglect, physical neglect, emotional abuse, and other things like that. For Chambers County, we reviewed 378 statewide intakes. 222 of those we followed up on with CPS and law enforcement. 49 of those cases, the children on those cases received forensic interviews. And 329 of those cases, just like with Liberty County, it was determined that those services were not needed, or upon further investigation, it appeared they did not meet our protocols for service at that time. Here you can see the breakdown in categories for the intakes that we reviewed for Chambers County. Again, they're broken down into priority 1 and priority 2 cases, and the other category is the same types of cases as for Liberty, like the medical neglect, physical neglect, or emotional abuse cases. For Liberty County, we have a monthly case review meeting. It is at the end of every month, and this is a time where in a formal setting we can share information to make those informed decisions and improve those case outcomes and it really keeps us connected and engaged. And these are the attendance percentages. For Dayzetta, we didn't have any cases for them this year, but as you can see, we do have a lot of participation from our team members here in Liberty County. In Chambers County, we have monthly case review meetings as well, and these are at the beginning of every month. Case reviews looked a little different this year. We have moved to a virtual platform, and it's been challenging, but as you can see, we've had great turnout with participation. Baytown PD and Barbers Hill ISD, we didn't have any cases for them this fiscal year, so that's why you're seeing the 0% numbers, but we do have great participation from them, as you can see.
Hello, my name is Addie Cantu. I'm the Family Advocacy Manager at Bridgehaven. Today, I would like to talk to you about the family advocacy services provided for the fiscal year 2019-2020. This will include Liberty and Chambers County. We provided court advocacy service to 2 clients. We help prepare the clients and their families for their upcoming trial. We offer our support through the whole court process. The CVC Assistance is a crime victims compensation program. It's available to assist victims with expenses associated with crime, including medical, counseling, loss of earnings, or support. This service was provided to 194 clients. Case information service was provided to 213 clients. When meeting with the clients in person at the time of intake, getting additional information, and also after the interview if they need or have additional information. Rainbow Room. Once the forensic interview is conducted, a child gets to pick a toy from the Rainbow Room, whether they disclose abuse or not. Items in the Rainbow Room are donated by people, organizations in our community. This service was provided to 328 clients. There were 83 referrals provided. This includes our Bridgehaven therapist and as well as outside referrals for such as therapy, housing, and food assistance. We provided 938 follow-up calls. Within a week after the interview is conducted, we start to follow up with the clients and their families to assist them and help them with any other additional services they need. There were 56 outside SANE sexual assault and nurse examiner exams. We are also allowed to go with the clients and their families for support if they need us to. 14 non-interview referrals were provided to clients we did not interview but needed our assistance within outside referral for counseling, housing, medical.
Hi, my name is Yvette Del Rio. I am the Forensic Manager here at the Bridgehaven Children's Advocacy Center, and today I'll be going over forensic interview statistics for our fiscal year 2020, which consists of October of 2019 till September of 2020. 5 interviewers conducted forensic interviews in 2020. Myself, which conducted 173 interviews, Megan Croker, our outreach coordinator, which conducted 12 interviews, Paola Palacio, our program director, which conducted 90 interviews, Crystal Huerta, our forensic interviewer for Chambers County, which conducted 69 interviews, and Samantha a total of 11 interviews. There was a total of 355 interviews conducted for Liberty County, Chambers County, and Courtesy. A courtesy means a forensic interview that was conducted out of courtesy for an investigating agency, whether it be because the child lives in Liberty or Chambers County and the alleged abuse occurred in a different county, and it's more convenient for the family to come to our Children's Advocacy Center than to go to the county in which the alleged child abuse occurred. Of those 355 interviews, 36% were interviews on allegations of sexual abuse, 18% on allegations of physical abuse, 10% on allegations of a child being a witness to a crime. There was also 10% of interviews on allegations of neglectful supervision, 26% of interviews on allegations of a child being at risk, and 1% on other type of allegations. A child witness is a child who is interviewed on witnessing a crime like domestic violence, a homicide, a shooting, or witnessing another child being abused. A child who is at risk is a child being interviewed because there is factors that may put that child in an at risk of being abused. For example, one of their siblings has made a disclosure of abuse, whether it be sexual or physical or any other type of abuse, on an alleged perpetrator who lives in the home. It will now put all the children living in that home at risk of also being possibly abused. The other category of types of abuse refers to emotional abuse and medical neglect. Race and ethnicity statistics for children who were interviewed: the majority was white non-Hispanic at 68%, white Hispanics 18%, 10% black, 3% biracial, and 1% other, which is Asian or any other race or ethnicity. Age and gender for the children who were interviewed: 17% of children were between the ages of 2 to 5 years old, 52% 6 to 12 years old, 30% from ages 13 to 17, and 1% 18 and older. Bridgehaven interviews children from ages 2 to 17 and older. People 18 and older that are interviewed may have an intellectual disability or have a mental capacity of a child from age 2 to 17. So it would be beneficial for them to be interviewed by someone who is trained to ask developmentally appropriate questions in a non-suggestive manner. As studies have shown that 1 out of 4 girls and 1 out of 6 boys experience some type of abuse before their 18th birthday, Bridgehaven Interview Statistics 2020 show that 43% male children were interviewed on allegations of abuse and 57% were female. Out of the 355 children who were interviewed, 55% made a disclosure of abuse and 45% did not make a disclosure. Age and gender for alleged perpetrators: 88% were adults and 13% were juveniles. Adult alleged perpetrators include biological, step, or adoptive parents, a parent's boyfriend or girlfriend, other relatives, or a known non-relative, which are neighbors, friends of the family, or anyone who has access to the child that is not directly related to the child. Juveniles include biological siblings, half-siblings, step-siblings, or other relatives who are juveniles or known non-relatives. 73% of males were alleged perpetrators and 27% were female. Studies in recent years have seen a rise in female alleged offenders in regards to child abuse. In this slide, we can see the breakdown of relationship between child and alleged perpetrator. 45% was a parent, 5% a parent's paramour, which is a parent's boyfriend or girlfriend, 7% biological sibling, a step sibling, or a half sibling, 14% other relative, 29% a no non-relative, and 0% for strangers. As you can see, the second highest type of alleged perpetrator is a no non-relative, and the lowest, which are strangers. Most people, as children, were taught stranger danger. But these statistics prove different. People who have easy access to children are the ones who are allegedly abusing children. People like coaches, family friends, neighbors, babysitters, and etc. I would like to conclude the forensic interview statistics on the note that forensic interviews have been on a constant rise, and it's important for all of us to help our children by helping raise awareness on child abuse as a community.
Hello, my name is Jewel Watson, and I'm the therapist at Bridgehaven. At Bridgehaven, we offer free counseling services to children and teens who have experienced physical, sexual, or emotional abuse, and they're non-offending caregivers counseling as well. I work primarily out of a type of therapy called trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy, which is the most researched and shown to be the most effective type of trauma treatment in helping children recover from childhood abuse. Something else that's been kind of cool that we've got to that we had the opportunity to begin implementing this year is online counseling or telehealth counseling at the start of the pandemic, and that has been a really great way to continue providing the safest services to children and families throughout this time. We are able to share our screens, play games, read books, have many activities that can be paired with the therapeutic activities just as if we were in the office. All right, so as you can see, this slide reflects all the breakdown of the counseling services that were provided over this past fiscal year. So we have provided 492 hours of counseling sessions, and that is a 50% increase from the last fiscal year, and over half of these hours completed this year have been through telehealth services. We've also completed 541 sessions, and 36 clients have been able to receive trauma-based counseling services. So as you can see, this pandemic has not slowed us down. If anything, by being able to begin to offer these telehealth services, we've been able to expand and offer services to people maybe in more rural areas or more maybe with more busy schedules that wouldn't be able to make it to the office during normal business hours. They can schedule with ease from their home, from the comfort of their own home. This has been a pretty great year, and I really look forward to seeing where this next year takes us as well.
Hello, everyone. I am Megan Croker, the Outreach Manager for Bridgehaven Children's Advocacy Center. Today, I'm going to talk with you about the community awareness statistics for the 2019-2020 fiscal year. During the 2019-2020 fiscal year, we were able to reach 155,345 people on our social media platforms. These platforms include Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Each day, we post on educational or informational topics. Throughout this fiscal year, we have reached many people on our social media. We continue to get new followers each day, and we look forward to reaching many others. Bridgehaven offers a variety of free trainings to many organizations such as churches, schools, and civil groups in both Liberty and Chambers counties. Topics include informational. This presentation tells people about who Bridgehaven is and exactly what we do. Recognizing and reporting child abuse. This presentation addresses critical information on the process of reporting suspected possible child abuse and covers the impact and effects of abuse, tips for handling a disclosure of abuse, and instructions for reporting the suspected abuse. Bullying teaches children on what bullying is and how to report it. Teen dating violence teaches children about healthy and unhealthy relationships. And social media This presentation is provided to both children and parents and caregivers. Children are taught how to be safe online, and parents and caregivers are educated on what dangerous apps children are using and how to keep their children safe online. This fiscal year, 2,249 adults and children were trained on these topics. Once again, all presentations are offered free of charge to promote education and community awareness. Bridgehaven CAC encourages our community to learn more about child abuse and neglect. Studies show that education is an important tool to combat child abuse. BCAC will work with groups to tailor each presentation to meet their specific needs.
Volunteering with Bridgehaven is such a great way to get involved not only with what we're doing here, but within the communities that we serve. To become a volunteer, there are a couple of outlets that we utilize. First, there's me, Lauren Ham, the office manager / volunteer coordinator. We also have begun posting on our United Way portal. That United Way volunteer portal has been such a great tool and such a great resource for us in gaining volunteers. To serve as a volunteer with Bridgehaven, there is a process. First, you need to make that inquiry. Second, fill out the volunteer application. Third, have an interview with myself. And lastly, we run a background check. Then we get you plugged in. And that is where the fun begins. This year, we have had 50 volunteers. In the middle of a pandemic, we've still managed to gain 50 amazing people to serve here at Bridgehaven CAC. These volunteers come from all walks of life. We have found them in church groups. We have found them in colleges. We found them in our own family members and friends, or just because they've heard about Bridgehaven CAC through the grapevine and wanted to get plugged in because our mission is so strong. These volunteers have completed 207 hours of service, and the year isn't even over yet. They are helping with admin work. They're helping with grant research, which is so important. They are helping us shred papers because we just accumulated a bunch of shredding material. They are helping us with ideas for volunteer recruitment. Where can we go for that? Who can we get in touch with? They're helping us with event management. Guys, these volunteers are just unimaginably humble and ready to serve with Bridgehaven. I cannot wait for next year's annual meeting because I think that this number is just going to grow. And I cannot wait to show you all the great things that our volunteers are doing here at Bridgehaven CAC.
Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Jeanette Lucatero. I am the Financial Manager for Bridgehaven CAC, and tonight we're going to be discussing the 2019-2020 fiscal year financials. Bridgehaven CAC has essentially 4 streams of income to keep our services up and running. Our first and our biggest chunk is coming from grants, which was $710,000 last year. We had also government help, which was $43,500. Our fundraising was $27,000, and our community help was $6,342. Each year, our board and our director get together and discuss and finalize a budget for the following year. So in 2018, our board and our director got together and decided that in order for us to keep, our budget going, we had to fundraise $250,000. Unfortunately, because of COVID, we were only able to fundraise 22% of that. So if you add from our slide before this, the community and the government help and the fundraising, you'll see that we only did about 22%. So why is this important? What's the big deal? Bridgehaven didn't ever close during this pandemic. We kept our services at 100%, but we failed to raise the funds. Our community can't allow a slowdown of services, and at this trend, it will be unavoidable. So you're asking, why is it so important to fundraise? Or why is it so important to get the community and the government help? Well, if you see on the right, I kind of made like a little infographic showing the importance of nonprofit fundraising. So first off, you get a grant awarded, right? After countless hours following specific grant directives, ensuring metrics are recorded correctly, a grant is awarded. So really, our grant writer, our director, she got some numbers, she got the budget, she got the metrics, which equals our grant. But this grant, and most grants, come with conditions. For example, if we receive a $100,000 grant, the condition is to have this grant is to have a 20% cash match. So, simply put, in order to keep this grant in good standing, Bridgehaven must fundraise 20%, which is $20,000. So, this is why community and government support is so much needed. We are very grateful to the community, municipalities, and the counties of Liberty and Chambers for all the support. This year has been hard all around with COVID-19, but it is vital that we at BCAC continue our services. Here we have the forensic interviews throughout the years since we started 2004 to fiscal year 2020. And you will see that even through the pandemic, we did not stop our services. So we went right about the 300 mark fiscal year 2019 to about the 350 mark for fiscal year 2020. So after hearing all of our presentation today about the facts and figures of child abuse, you may be wondering to yourself, what can I do? Well, today I will learn about BCAC. And after this, you'll know that all of our Bridgehaven CAC services are free for the victim and their non-offending family members. Today, I make a donation. All donations to Bridgehaven are tax deductible. And today, the healing begins. Support a family member, a neighbor, or a friend overcome the trauma associated with child abuse with our advocacy and therapy services. Thank you all for listening to the financials of Bridgehaven CAC in the fiscal year 19 to 20. If you have any questions or would like to make a donation, please reach out to Jeanette at 936-258-0400. If you have any brainstorming ideas or if your business would like to have a fundraiser for us, please reach out. Again, my name is Jeanette and phone number is 936-258-0400. Thank you all.
Now that you have heard our 2019-2020 statistics, we would like for you to hear our mission statement so that you know exactly what Bridgehaven CAC stands for. Our mission is to give hope to the children of Liberty and Chambers counties who are victims of physical, sexual, and emotional abuse and foster a working relationship with the government agencies of the two counties assigned to protect and defend victims. We want to thank all of you today for listening to us. We could not do this without you and the support of our community. Thank you again.
All right. I hope y'all can hear me. Please let me know in the chat. I've been having some trouble with my microphone on my computer. But I want to thank my staff tremendously. My staff does a wonderful job. They work so hard every day, sometimes night and weekends, many times nights and weekends. And each one is so passionate about our mission and what it is that we do. And, we could not have accomplished any of this without them. We also want to thank the board, our volunteers, our community, our donors. Everybody plays a very significant role in supporting Bridgehaven in our mission and the work that we do. And together, hopefully, very soon we'll be able to break and end child abuse for the children in Liberty and Chambers counties. Because it takes everybody, I forgot to mention our team, I think, but our team's also very important. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But because it takes everybody, we do want to recognize, we always thank everybody, but there's always those few people that go above and beyond the work that we do every day in their own ways. It could be they make extra contributions. It could be they dedicate that extra amount of time to do whatever it takes to get something accomplished with Bridgehaven. It could be that staff member that is always available. No matter what we ask for, they are going to do it and do it well. Someone that, took wonderful care of a client that came in. But whatever the situation is, we always select to award and recognize every year those people that go above and beyond. And we want to start our award ceremony now. And we want to start off with our board member of the year. This year, we have selected Miss Ann Rogers as our board member of the year for her wonderful efforts and outstanding hard work. Miss Rogers is the secretary on the board of directors, but she does so much more than that. There's nothing that she will not do for Bridgehaven. We talk to her almost every day. She gives so much of her time, so much of her money, contacts, any resource that she has. So those of y'all that know her, those of you that are on the board, staff, everybody that's a part of Bridgehaven knows just how much she does for us and how wonderful she is. So thank you so much, Anne, for everything that you do. Yes, I'm getting some comments. Samantha, congratulations, Anne, and that she is amazing. She really is. There's our president, Miss Josephine Perry. Congrats, Anne. So yes, a lot of our board members do know just how hard she works. So Yvette, thank you. And Rachel, wow, congrats. Yeah, so congratulations. All right. So then our next award is going to go to our staff member of the year. And this is kind of selected by staff members since we all kind of work together and know what everybody does and how hard we work. But this year there was a tie. And so I want to congratulate our first winner for staff member of the year. And we have Megan Croker. So y'all see Megan a lot on the lives, and she's our outreach manager. She does so much. She's always out in the community. And I'm still getting comments about Anne. Drum roll, yeah. And Megan does so much in the community, and we just cannot do what we do without her. She's, spends her evenings and weekends going to those special events, going to set up booths at, back to school fairs and safety fairs, and going into the schools to educate students and faculty about, recognizing child abuse reporting, and just anything that we ever need from Megan, even, doing other things outside of her role. She will never turn that down. She's very creative. She does all our social media posts, and she's a wonderful staff, so very well deserved. So congratulations, Megan. All right, and I can't put out everyone's comments, but yeah, Megan well deserved. Congrats, Megan. And she always does it with a smile. Yes, for sure. And then our next staff member of the year goes to Rebecca. We call her Becca Allison. And Becca is our MDT specialist for the MEP program. So she works with the multidisciplinary team. She is tasked of reading those reports when they are reported to CPS or to the Texas State Hotline, and they're generated a report of child abuse. She receives that report. She reads the reports of the alleged abuse, and then she starts to coordinate the services for that child. There's a lot of data entry that's involved. There's a lot of calling people, all the team members, to try to schedule and coordinate services to get the child in for a forensic interview. She works very closely with the team, helping with, their monthly case review meetings and, onboarding them, training them, any training opportunities that are out there, just a lot of communication with the team. Becca is also a very hard worker, and she's very efficient. She's great at what she does, and we just could not do this in that program without her. So congratulations, Becca. I'm getting a lot of comments. A lot of staff is on watching, and board members, they're all saying, look at you, congrats, Becca. So yeah, very well deserved. Of course, all my staff, I wish I could recognize them. I do thank them every day for what they do, and I'll do it again. But like I said, this is for those ones that other staff thought they just went above and beyond this fiscal year. So congratulations. All right, and next I'm going to pass it over to Lauren. We are going to do the volunteer awards of the year. All right. Oops.
Hey everybody, it's Lauren. I am the office manager / volunteer coordinator / whatever you have me in as far as that role goes. And this year, as you heard throughout our entire presentation, we hit a pandemic, and we hit it really hard with nail on the head, or head on the nail, whatever it is. We could not have done this without a few key people, and those volunteers that are going to be recognized here shortly really stepped in. They came in and did all kinds of legwork. They came in, no questions asked. They came in and donated all kinds of time, their energy, any kind of funds that they might or might not have had. They came and donated their talents. And so for that reason, we really want to recognize a few of our staff members' husbands this year. So Paula, if you don't mind putting the first certificate up for me. We would like to recognize Daniel Croker, first and foremost. Daniel's super awesome, y'all. A lot of y'all may or may not know, but we are hopefully going to be coming together under one roof very soon. And Daniel, I don't know if it's Megan doing it or if it's Daniel doing it, but he always offers up his time, his talents, his resources in the community. He's just like Megan, except for not employed by Bridgehaven. He walks around town, people here know him, and he is always inquiring and gathering resources for our community awareness, or in community awareness, to get our name out there. And so you are so appreciated, Daniel. I don't think that we could ever thank you enough. Next, please. All right, Raul Sotelo, this man, I can't even tell y'all, he goes on the shopping trips to gather up our door prizes especially for our Macho Bingo event, or our Macho virtual event. He helps with all of that. I think that it's countless hours of picking things out, making sure that people are going to like what we're offering. He is just an incredible source of help in such a time as this that we are in. Just trying to walk through this pandemic and still give people and still deliver what people are wanting. And so, Roll, for that, we just thank you so much for spending those hours shopping. And lastly, we would like to recognize Jeff Ainsley. Y'all, I don't know if we can talk shortly about him either. You know, all of these volunteers, they just give, and they give so much with their whole heart. And so Jeff, it could be him coming here to take out the trash. It could be coming here to check the mail if, you know, someone is not here. It could be him moving some things around for us, furniture. It could be wrangling up all kinds of resources for us that we need. It could be cleaning supplies. It could be shopping. Y'all, he just dedicates to serve Bridgehaven. And so for that, again, I don't know if it's the wife or if it's him, but Jeff, we are so thankful for you. And I don't think that any of these volunteers that we have should be so humble and be so shy about this, because y'all deserve to be recognized. And we are so thankful that you've chosen to serve with Bridgehaven. And that is it for our volunteer awards. So now I'm actually going to pass it over to Megan, and she's going to do our team member awards for the year.
Hello, everyone. Now we'll go ahead and get started with our team member of the year. We choose a team member from each agency or each department that we work with. So we'll go ahead and get started. Congratulations to Detective Orlando Jacobs. He's our team member of the year from Chambers County Law Enforcement. We want to congratulate you, Orlando, and thank you so much for everything that you do for the children of Chambers County and everything that you do for Bridgehaven. We so appreciate you, and congratulations. Next, we will go to our team member of the year for our Chambers County prosecution. Congrats to you, Kathy Esquivel. Kathy, we appreciate everything that you do for our children in Chambers County, everything that you do for Bridgehaven. We are so grateful for you. I've worked with you for many years, and I so appreciate everything you've done for me. Thank you so much, Kathy. We appreciate you. Congrats. Now we'll do our team member of the year for our Liberty County Law Enforcement. This award goes to Detective Sean Mitchell. Sean, thank you for all that you do, for all of your hard work, all of you supporting Bridgehaven, supporting the children of Liberty County. Again, we appreciate everything that you do. Thank you to you, Sean. Congrats to you. Now we'll do the team member of the year for Liberty County Prosecution. This award goes to Kayla Harrington. Kayla, thank you for everything that you do, for going above and beyond for the children of Liberty and Chambers County, and for always supporting Bridgehaven Children's Advocacy Center and working very closely with us. We so appreciate you. Congrats. Our team member of the year for our CPS investigator, this goes to Zeta Madrano. Congrats to you, Zeta. Zeta, thank you for all that you do for the children of Liberty and Chambers counties, working so closely with Bridgehaven. Well deserved. Congrats to you, Zeta. Now we'll do our team member of the year for medical. This goes to Rachel Thomas, the sexual assault nurse the SANE nurse. Rachel, thank you for everything that you do. We appreciate you. Congrats. Well, thank you so much for listening to our team member of the year, and I'll turn it over to Paula.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Megan. Like I said, this takes everybody to be able to accomplish everything that we do in the year. And we hope that sharing this with you, we will be able to get some of you on board. If you aren't a part of the Bridgehaven family, we would love to have you in any capacity, whether it be volunteering, being on the board, or supporting us in our events, being donors or anything like that. We would love to have your support, all for the mission of working to end child abuse in Liberty and Chambers counties. So going back to, my staff and how wonderful they are this year, just it flies by so quickly, and we have so many wonderful staff that have been with us for a long time. And I did want to just congratulate a few that, had their anniversaries this year. So this is all about teamwork. Alone, we can do so little, but together we can do so much. And that's Helen Keller. But we have Jean, she had an anniversary 5 years. Yvette, 4 years. Addie, 5 years. Jeanette, 5 years. Becca, 3 years. Pal, 2 years. Claire, 1 year. Joel, 2 years. Rachel, 13 years. Megan, 10 years. And I myself have been with Bridgehaven for 16 years. So our staff likes to stay with us. We are a great team, and we are all very sad right now that we can't be together, working together, providing these services all together. But we are just doing the best that we can, and hopefully soon we can all get together and have our anniversary lunch celebrations once more. So congratulations to all of you on your anniversaries.
Here we have the forensic interviews.
At the same time. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm back. So that concludes everything. Normally we would have this in person, and we would have, time for questions if anybody had questions about our services or anything in particular. So if you have questions, we have a few minutes to look on the chat and try to answer some of those. I could bring Megan and Lauren back on the screen. But if not, you can always contact us. We have some events that are upcoming, our fundraisers. We have our virtual purse event. It's our charcuterie. It's called Cheese, Please, and Purses. So we are going to be raffling some purses. We have a Louis that we're raffling, and then we're going to have just different purses that we're going to put online on Eventbrite. And you can also order a charcuterie box. So if you want to get together with your friends and have a Facebook Live watch party at your home, get together with your friends, you order a charcuterie box, you get some bottles of wine to go along with that. It's included in the package. And you get to have fun. You get to have an awesome night and try to win some purses on the raffle. So all that information is on Facebook, and we'll be sharing the link more. I plan on going live maybe a little after this to show y'all the Louis purse that we're raffling and giving you all the details about that. So stay tuned, and we will share that with you. In December 4th and 5th, we will be having, 4th and 5th, we will be having our Christmas market. And this is the first time that we're doing this. Well, staff isn't doing this, but we have our wonderful Vice President Paige Spear and a lot of other board members that are getting together, and they're planning the Christmas market. So it's going to be also a great time to get together. If you're a vendor, you can have a booth out there to sell all your crafts and food and all that good stuff. And if you just like to shop like me, I don't make anything, I'm not good at that. But if you like to shop, especially for Christmas stuff and gifts, you can go and attend. That Friday night is going to be margaritas and Mexican food sponsored by Iguana Joe's. And so come and get that. And then on Saturday, it's going to be all shopping. And well, you can shop Friday too, but we're going to have a lot of wonderful vendors. We're posting some of those vendors as they're signing up. And so get your tickets. They're on Eventbrite. All the information is also on Facebook. We'll keep sharing that. There's a group, a Facebook page called Christmas Market at Cedar Bayou Farms. And so it has all the information, everything that you need. So I hope that you can join us for those two events that are coming up. We're still looking for sponsors, still looking for vendors, and anything that you can help with. So thank you so much. I don't think I see any questions. There's a lot of great comments, a lot of thanks. So there's some comments between Daniel and Rachel. Rachel says, "Look how happy Megan is." Maybe your eyes behind your mask. So Christina says, I love it. Well, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I wish we could celebrate as well. Very soon we will celebrate. We are, like I said, we're a great team. We like to get together and celebrate all our successes. But we kind of can't right now, but we will soon. So thank y'all so much for joining us. I hope you really enjoyed this presentation and learned about Bridgehaven. If you have any questions or want to help, you can always call us. Our phone number is 936-258-0400. You can email us at info@bridgehavencac.org. You can find us on Facebook and send us a message on there. So thank you so much. Y'all have a great night. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.